We thank you very much for joining us. I'm Della Cruz. Today we're putting the spotlight on the AttachAvi Autism Foundation. ANITA Sharma is the founder. We first met when I co-emceed their fashion show at Piscataway High School with Samantha Pop. Here's a promo that explains what this foundation is all about.
Welcome to We Got Talent 2. These are not children with disabilities. These are models, artists, musicians, performers who have beat incredible odds to be here tonight to share their special light with you.
Isn't that a great video? ANITA Sharma is the founder. She's here with her son, Avi, who's a little ham, by the way, on stage and on camera. It's good to have you both here in our studios.
Thank you. Pleasure is all ours. Thank you very much for having us.
Oh, it's a delight. Tell me all about your connection to this cause.
Okay, so Tara, talking about the connection, I think it was decided long back. When I go in my childhood, I used to have a friend. And now I remember she was very low functioning, non-verbal autistic child. Yes, and I was her best friend. We used to play, we used to be in the corner because, you know, in South Asian community, it's not accepted so much. There's no awareness. And I was told not to play with her. So now I remember the connection was made then. And now my son Avi, who's 18-year-old, Avi, say hi.
Hi. You're looking really good in that suit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Avi is in the spectrum, was diagnosed 18 years back. And it so happened that my second son, who's 15, and his name is Manav, he was also diagnosed with autism. Though now he's an honor student and is out of the spectrum. So this is my connection to the cause.
Now, when you look back at that little girl whom you were told not to play with, how did you take those feelings and transition them into this cause to make sure your children were never told the same thing?
Actually, now when I think, I remember that girl and I connect. But while I was taking care of my children, I didn't even realize. Now I realize that, you know, there was so much, and I feel so blessed. That connection was made. I was given experience, exposure to the path I want to lead.
And what was the signs that you saw in your children for autism?
Basically, I was in denial, total denial. Really? So there were not many signs I saw. I thought they were totally okay. So, and I just kept working on with them, which was a blessing in disguise. And here I am. I never realized they were disabled or they had autism.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you were in denial, but you were determined to make sure they led a normal life.
Oh, yes, and that was the reason, you know. I was working with them with an open mind.
With an open mind, I like that. Who is the focus of your AttachAvi events, and who are they targeted towards?
Okay, the focus of AttachAvi events is everybody. Everybody as like business as a whole who can support these children, educators, the mainstream population, and they are targeted towards the children with special need, people with special need. Businesses, if they can help with the resources. Educators, to help these children in getting them education. And people as a whole to volunteer and help them support themselves.
When did you found the organization, and what encouraged you to do that?
It was in 2011 when I decided that, you know, as a mother, I have given a lot, and I used to always volunteer for different kind of things. And I really thought I have to formally put an organization together if I want to bring everybody under one umbrella. And also give these children a bigger platform, because there was nothing done for them to showcase what they are. Mm-hmm. They have so much to show.
Oh, as we saw on stage at Piscataway High School.
Yes.
I've never seen so much talent, so much fun to watch.
Right, and they were so happy. Yeah. Normally our children don't like loud noises, but you see everybody was applauding, clapping, and because it's a positive voice, they accepted it. Nobody had fingers in their ears.
No.
So
they relished every moment.
Exactly. And you liked it, Avi, right? The fashion show? Good.
You're not shy at all, are you, Avi?
I don't know.
No.
No,
what kinds of things do you like? You like to dance, I saw. You like to model. And you like to play with your brother, too, don't you?
Yeah.
Tell me about your brother.
I wouldn't do that.
But you love mom too, don't you?
Yeah.
Now, what future events do you have in mind?
Future, like if you are talking about events and activities, these
And
are
dreams.
two different things. Yes. So as an activity, we do a lot of activities like holding classes, art class, max challenge classes for exercise, fitness, yoga class, and dance class. But as a whole, when we talk about events, the thing we are going to keep every year annually are the picnics, like the picnics where children can come and enjoy, and of course the talent show, but in a different way every year. And there's this very big dream which I have. It's called Project Hire and Admire.
Project Hire and Admire.
Yes, where I want to take the help of young adults who are mainstream young adults, and they are going to support our children and young adults with special needs and bring them to a platform where they mentor them, they train them, and they let them go through a training where they can showcase themselves with the corporate world. And then we bring the corporate world and the special education children together to get the jobs.
And see, on that note, that's exactly what we'll be talking about in the next break. Avi, thank you very much for joining us in this block. Right after the break, we will talk with a teacher and a sponsor. Stay with us. We are putting the spotlight on the AttachAvi Foundation in Piscataway. ANITA Sharma is the founder. Laura Leibowitz is a special education teacher at Piscataway High School. She's also director of Camp Lee in Mar, PA. Harleen Kaur is a business representative for Quick Freight Factors. The company sponsors the We've Got Talent 2 fashion show. Love that. Welcome to you ladies as well.
Hello.
Thank you.
Laura, what prompted you to enter the field of special education?
Well, that is a good question. I think it's really two-pronged. Number one, a little bit is my religious belief. As a Jewish person, I feel like we need to change the world where we are today at this time. And so that's something that I just try and believe in all the time. And secondly, as Anita mentioned, I actually grew up with two young women that were now all the same age. I was always their partner in Hebrew school or their partner in school. And as I grew up, it was just very natural to me to want to just continue to work and help people with special needs.
Those two young ladies, were they special to you? Did you notice anything special about them, or they were just lovely people?
They were really nice people, but they were a little different. They said things at the wrong time. They said funny things that didn't fit in. My one woman, who's my kind of best friend cousin, always dressed crazy, outrageous. And, they kind of stood out, but they were always fun and different, and I was happy to be their partners and help them in whatever we did.
And that's what attracted you to
And
them,
that's
because
what
they were so
attracted-
different?
Right. And they
What-
were fun to be with.
Oh, I bet they were. What is your philosophy and focus when teaching and working with special needs children?
My philosophy and focus is always the big picture. Where are these students and where are these people going to fit in the real world for the rest of their lives? So everything I teach and everything I try and show these children is with the end game in mind, the big picture in mind.
Definitely, big picture end game. I love that. Why do you believe that it's so important to partner with a private foundation such as the AttachAvi Autism Foundation?
Tying into my philosophy, what I teach in a classroom with a child sitting at a desk really needs to connect to a bigger world. And so when I have a parent or I have a business, it allows me to bring those resources to the classroom and really expand the children's horizon and really figure out where they're going to fit into the big world.
Harleen, how do you think supporting this cause was different than so many other causes that Quick Freight Factors supports?
I mean, our business truly just believes in giving back to the community. I mean, we are part of the community, right?
Right.
So actually, before AttachAvi came to us about sponsoring their talent show, I know Miss Anita Sharma, she actually came in and not only talked to my mother, but talked to all the employees about autism and its challenges. And after this talk exchange, I mean, it was inevitable that we would support and sponsor this entire talent show. I mean, we were involved as volunteers, from booking the venue to helping the foundation with their practice sessions, and we also helped during the day of the show as well. And I mean, it truly was a one-of-a-kind experience. I mean,
Wasn't it?
It
I
truly
love that
was.
show.
It really was. I mean, it really showed all the audiences, really like anybody that was there, that these kids, I mean, they might have special needs, but their talents, all they need is a platform to show it.
Exactly. So
The
this is the
energy
kind of
was
thing in the
great.
future you and your family would like to support nonprofits dealing with autism.
Definitely. Definitely. I mean,
It's very special for everybody. As you said, looking at you, your whole organization, family, company, everybody gets involved.
yes,
And you love
everybody
it.
does get involved. And I mean, all these kids need is a platform. All they need is opportunities, and I would love to keep providing them with that.
That's a key word right there, Anita, platform.
Yep.
Platform. That is the thing. That is the thing, and that's what I was talking to Laura also. Laura goes out of the way. So I was talking to the principal of Piscataway High School. I was showing him all the albums, what all we do in the high school, and he was like, all these are my children. When did you
Wow.
get in here? So Laura has been so supportive, so supportive. Harleen's father, out of the way, booked the venue, went with me to All News Channel, other sponsors. So it is really amazing how people can get together and help our community.
Now, we talk about Toms River being a cluster, but what about Piscataway when it comes to autism?
Piscataway, believe it or not, wherever I walk, every third child I see has autism. I mean, like right from babies to big children. I don't know, because maybe we have very good education system and the facilities and resources are more, so people move to Piscataway more. Or maybe we have a mixed blend of all kind of population, immigrants and everybody. So that is the reason, but we have lot. I see people say that 1 in 40, I see no, 1 in 15.
Wow, and it's nice that you have this organization there to help. Ladies, Harleen and Laura, thank you very much for coming on
Thank
to talk
you so
about it. I
much.
love your
Thank
passion
you.
and your
Thank you.
enthusiasm. Next, we will talk with a parent advocate. I'm Della Cruz. We are back with more of the AttachAvi Autism Foundation. Founder Anita Sharma is joined by parent advocate Kimberly Robinson. Kimberly has 2 children in the spectrum. Welcome, Kimberly. It's good to have you here, too.
Thank you for having me.
Now, your children are young adults now. What are some of the benefits of taking part in this foundation?
For me, my children need a platform for socialization, especially as young adults. We need to make sure that they have a place that they can go to that's safe, that has activities that keep them involved, civic-minded, socially engaged, and very many of the activities that we do through AttachAvi do that for us, and more.
Tell me about your children, their names and what they're like.
I have a 22-year-old son. His name is Dallas. Hi, Dallas. And my daughter is Jasmine, and she's 20 years old. She just turned 20.
Aw, congratulations and happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
What do they enjoy about being involved with this foundation?
They love the predictability of knowing their friends are there, people that they've seen over the years. They know that they're accepted and embraced and welcomed. They enjoy a lot of the social activities, the parties. They really enjoy.
Do they like to party like I do?
Oh my God, yes. Particularly my daughter. She absolutely loves it. My son is quiet, but he loves hanging out with his boys and enjoying the social aspect of AttachAvi.
Do they make friends easily with your organization?
They do. And I believe it's twofold. Number one, because we're community-based, they know very many of the young adults or young people that are in the program anyway. But on top of that, as we bring in new people, they become the mentors and the young people that tell them it's acceptable, be here, enjoy, have fun with us. I like you because you're here, and it's wonderful.
Now, how do you all feel watching them take on that responsibility?
I want to tell you one thing. Yesterday I met Jasmine, and Jasmine hugged me and said, "Oh, Mrs. Sharma, I love you so much." Right, Kim?
Jasmine loves Anita.
She's a very affectionate type.
Yes, she is.
So many of them call me mom.
Yes.
So what are the benefits of parents being involved with the foundation?
Parents, the thing is, my foundation's dream is to give respect to the parent. You know, there are many places where our children don't feel comfortable going in a group. So here we are connected like a family for the same cause. We are like-minded, we think about the same challenges, and then also the kind of inclusion we have, parents love it. We have the mainstream children, typical children who play with our children, and they are accepted openly.
And then parents, you all socialize too.
Absolutely. We always have sidebar conversations. We're mentoring each other, we're supporting each other, we're encouraging each other, we're challenging each other. It's a wonderful opportunity to have parents in a non-scholastic atmosphere actually getting together and talking about our children, what works, what doesn't work, our hopes, our dreams. It's really a wonderful thing.
That's a very good support system and
Yes.
network for everybody. Now, what promises, Anita, do you make to the parents?
First thing is, we really want to make sure parents feel happy when the children are happy. So we give the children social platform and keep them engaged and give them do productive work. And the second thing is, I really want to open the respite center where parents can leave their children with us and we can engage them in activities and they can take a break. It's so much stress between therapies and juggling between other needs. So I really make the promise that I want to open respite center in every township.
Do you think the kids would enjoy that respite center as well? Because maybe sometimes they want a break from the parent.
Absolutely. I know mine do, definitely.
It will be a fun-filled respite center. They'll have a lot of good activities.
How
full
long
of
have you
fun.
been thinking about something like that, Anita?
10 years or maybe 15 years since I've had my children, because never got an opportunity. If there's some emergency, where can I leave my children? That's a big question mark with every parent.
Now, you talk about the respite center being one of the challenges. What are some of the other challenges you all face as parents?
Well, speaking from a parent of 2 young adults, my challenges are keeping them engaged, finding activities, hobbies, encouraging them to branch out beyond the household and be part of the community. It's truly a challenge. And then the community embracing them, understanding that they have special needs. When they're young, it's very easy to embrace a young, adorable person that's there that's slightly challenged. When they're older, we take on a different challenge, a different mindset. There's a implied expectation that by this age they should be typical and doing certain things. So
But there is no such thing as typical.
there is no such thing as typical. There's no 2 people are the same, no 2 people learn the same way, no 2 people behave the same way. However, this is the mindset of society, and we're trying to change that a little bit at a time.
And you all see that because you have 2 children each. Neither one is the same as the other.
Correct.
Even twins aren't necessarily the same.
That's right, that's so right. And you know, between my 2 children, the challenges are so different. I mean, every child in the spectrum is so different. And in that particular child also, every day he's different. You cannot predict that, okay, his behavior is going to be same over a period of time.
But that's true of children in general, especially in the teenage years.
Absolutely.
Anything you'd like to say to parents, Kimberly?
I would just like to say, keep in mind that our young folks need to be engaged on a regular basis. They need to find their talents, they need to find their inspirations, and parents need to encourage that. Try everything. Believe in your children. Believe that this diagnosis is just a diagnosis, it's just a word. It's the amount of time and effort and opportunity that you allow them to have and inspire them.
And inspire them. I love that. Thank you very much, Kimberly Robinson. Straight ahead, 3 young men share their experiences with autism. We are back with 3 gentlemen. Manav Sharma was in the autism spectrum. Keanu Hale, who's an artist, also has autism. Ernie Small Jr. is a singer. Tell us about your brother, Avi, who has multiple disabilities.
Got it. Yes, Stella. My 18-year-old brother, Avi, does have multiple disabilities. Now, in answering your question as to whether it's hard or not for me, I have to be really honest with you. Yes, it is. Not only for me, but for my whole family, too. As far as I'm concerned, my attention and needs were never the main priority, as my brother always needed more.
Okay, but now they do focus a lot of attention on you as well.
Well, yeah, because I'm the cured one. So.
Because, okay, I love that. You're so cute, Manav.
Thanks.
Tell me about Keanu. You're an artist. Tell me about that.
Yes, mostly I've been drawing for most of my life, and it's fun for me. It's mostly fun for me. Like, it's most basically all I do.
Are there certain things you like to draw, paint?
Well, I like to draw out stories. You know, like I always have this thing where I come up with stories. I used to draw other characters when I was little. I like the creativity, and my mom always told me to, you know, draw something your own. Like, and mostly I took her advice, and I.
You did very well too.
Yeah.
Your pictures are beautiful. And Ernie, the singer. Belt it out for us. Sing a little bit.
Wise men say only fools rush in.
Thank you. What a nice voice.
Well,
if we paid those music license fees, we'd definitely let you sing a little bit longer. You gentlemen, what's it like for you dealing with the foundation? Do you have fun with it?
Yes, a lot of fun actually. What I like most about AttachAvi is that we like to bring people together. Like in our autism fashion show, we did that prom round where I walked with Pooja, by the way.
Yes, did a good job.
Thank you. Anyways, so what I like about it is that one mainstream child and one special needs child are working together to do one single activity. Also in our tie and dye activity, like our picnic, I also liked how we brought together the mainstream community and the special needs community.
What a great idea that was, too.
Yeah,
Manav,
thanks.
Kinu, and Ernie, thank you all very much for joining us. Thank you, too. You all have a great day. You can find out more on my Facebook page or Twitter. Take care. I'm Della Cruz.